What's up, you guys? I just finished walking, and of course while I'm walking I get downloads and I just be thinking about a lot of stuff. And a lot of us struggle in life because we perish for a lack of knowledge. And it's not to say that it's necessarily your fault initially, because a lot of us aren't privileged to certain things, depending on the schools you grew up in, the environments you grew up in, the household you live in. Your environment is crucial to who you become. It's crucial to who you are as childhood, and some things are genetic. What I'm thinking about is because I'm about to get my daughter some Hooked on Phonics because she's dyslexic. They've been peeped that in her since she was in first grade. When she was at when she went to the school in Houston, they tested her for that, and I can see it within her because she'll draw her numbers backwards sometimes. She's gotten a lot better because I've worked with her, but now that she didn't came back from over the summer, I told her dad to be working with her during the summer. But of course, y'all know how these dudes are. They don't. So it's all good though, because mommy getting her back right. So, and I understand that repetition is key. It's even key for me. And I honestly believe that I know I have learning disabilities too. I have speech impediments. Like, I see it when I do my videos. And this is why at first I was like, God, why you want me to do Bible studies and stuff like that? Like, I read fast, my brain, I just see it when I'm reading. And now that I'm looking at what adult dyslexia is and ADHD stuff, I know I have something because I can tell by how I talk. And then it said, like, you got to reread the paragraph more than once. And I have to do that sometimes to get complete understanding, because I seek for understanding in everything in life. And sometimes that takes for me to go over something again and again. So that's what I do. And I also realized in school, when I was in school, reading, I hated reading because I did not understand what I was reading. I lacked comprehension then. That's why I really don't be understanding. That's why I guess this No Child Left Behind thing. But I got good grades in school too. But then to the public school that I went to, I don't know how I passed reading, because I never used to understand what I was reading. It wasn't until college. Like, college helped me out more than public school did, because college in the freshman year is where I really learned grammar. Like, I really learned grammar in college when I had to take a reading fundamental class. I had to take a math fundamental and a reading fundamental, because both of those classes did not count towards your credits. That's just the way I tested. I had to take those classes, and all throughout, like, I never retained what I learned. And I tell that to my daughter. I'd be like, repetition is key. That's why I told her dad, when she come, make sure she's still reading, because repetition is key. It's repetition for all of us as humans, period. It's not just the children. It's repetition is what makes things stick. It's what make you learn the flow. It's what make you learn. Because when you constantly do something, you're able to retain it. Once you stop doing it for a while, you forget what it's like. Even on your job, if you go on leave, you come back, you forget some things. You might remember, a lot, but some things you're gonna forget. You gotta have to re-jog your memory, because you're not doing it as much anymore. So I'm really saying this video to say, like, me just witnessing my daughter and myself, and I'm realizing, like, my children does have issues. I see it in my little baby. I know she's autistic. I gotta get her tested, like I keep saying. And then my oldest daughter, she's dyslexic, and I see in myself now, like, issues that I have. And this is why I constantly am learning. I'm always teaching myself. I'm really a self-taught person, because I do stuff on my own. Words that I don't know, I look them up, and then I'm like, okay, so I'm really doing this video to say that we have to learn that education is crucial. It's not just about chasing a dollar. It's not about all of that, when you got grown people that don't know the difference between women and women. Grown people. But yet we're raising children, and then we're relying on the schools to teach them everything. But the ratio that's in these school classrooms, especially if they're in public school, they don't have the capacity to do that for these kids. And a lot of these kids aren't even getting the testings done, because they're just passing the kids along. And then at home, nobody's working with them, So they're not able to read on a proper grade level. They're not understanding the real root behind what's going on with them. And it makes them harder. It makes it hard when they want to go to school. It makes it hard when they're in school because they don't understand what's going on. They can't keep up with their peers. This is why I did a lot of copying off of other people's paper, especially in science and social studies. That's what I did. In math, algebraic expressions, that was my favorite. So I'm bomb at algebraic expressions. Finding out what X is, that's my favorite. And I realized that with my daughter, she loves math. Math is easy for her. But reading, she has a hard time with reading. You know, and because English is kind of hard, the ways our words are, you know, with the vowel and like some of this ending stuff that they got going on, it is a little difficult. It's a little challenging. So what I'm really like doing this video is to say that sometimes as adults, you even need a tutor. And I realized that like with a lot of these guys, a lot of the ones, you know, that they would call like pookies and stuff, a lot of them may have dropped out of school. You know, a lot of women have also not finished school, and it causes you to miss out on things. And even if you don't drop out of school, sometimes the level of education that we're receiving at these schools, especially with us being minority, us being black, this is what we deal with. Oh, my baby up now. Hi, Sticky. This is what we deal with, and this is why we're not able to really know our true history, because a lot of the real information, like I'm doing these videos about, you know, who we are as the black people, a lot of the real information, a lot of the real wisdom is in books. That's why they always say if you want to really hide some information from a black person, put it in a book, because they'll never read it. And why you think we've been hidden about who we are as God's chosen people for so long? Because it's been hidden in a book that we don't read, and especially that the church don't even push you to read Old Testament. So we are not privy to who we really are. We don't really know because we don't read. A lot of us don't know how to read. It's challenging to read. It's even challenging for me. I keep telling y'all that, but God still chose me to be on this assignment. He still chose me for this assignment. And, you know, and that's why, you know, I'm just doing what I can do. I'm trying to get my focus in order. But a lot of us do have a lack of education, and it's hindering you. And that's what I was going to say with these dudes, and that's what produces low self-esteem. You're not confident enough, and you feel like you have to settle for certain jobs because you don't know enough to do something else. You can't even really understand a job description that you're reading to apply for something bigger. You don't feel competent enough to go higher, so it causes you to settle. But you don't have to settle. You just have to get the help. And that's why I say we here as human, there's so many resources, but a lot of us don't know how to utilize our resources. We're too shameful. We allow the spirit of shame to hinder us from true growth. You can't be shameful. You have to speak up. You have to admit that you need help. That's the first step to change. That's the first step to becoming better, is admitting that there is a problem. I need help. And even as a grown-up, why I feel embarrassed? If you need a tutor, get a tutor, because a lot of these people out here need a tutor. They need a tutor. Grown adults that need tutors. They need to be sitting down with their kids getting tutored. And it's not nothing to be embarrassed about. That's the problem. As a child, you wasn't getting the help that you truly needed. A lot of us, that's why we have the issues that we face. This is why a lot of us have low self-esteem. You wasn't getting emotional fulfillment, physical fulfillment. You wasn't getting fulfilled in the learning environment at school because your brain don't operate like the other kids in the class. You know, that's another thing. Because what you say about another child, even when you young, what you say gonna come back on you. I used to talk about that girl having dyslexia. She was dyslexic in class because I was really hating, like, why is she the only one who get to have this like computer in class all the time? Like, why she get to have this computer? All of the rest of us got right like on, but that was tailored. She might have had an IEP. Now that I know about IEPs and stuff, because I've worked in a school environment, and now I know that you have an individualized education plan that helps the student, and that might have helped her more, you know. But now look, turn around, here I go. Now I got a child with dyslexia. That's why you gotta be careful what you say about other people's kids and what you say about other people, because nobody is exempt from that karma spinning. From that karma spinning, so you can see how it feels, so you can see how you made another person feel. God will put you in that same very position that you criticize somebody else for, so that you can see how it feels. and see how you would make it out. Is it going to break you down? A lot of situations that people condemn are the same situations that will break you and tear you to pieces if you too had to go through that. So we have to be very careful about that. But one thing about it is, yeah, I'm going to invest in my children because I see it and I want to get it right now. We do our reading every day. I make her read every day, and I sit with her. You know, we all sit at the table while I'm doing my work, she doing her reading, and you know, I'm coaching her through it and stuff. But I really realize what she struggles with, and a lot of us struggle, and we have to just admit to our struggles and get the help. There's so much help out here. I don't know why we are so afraid of, you know, admitting that we have problems and receiving help. That's how you do yourself a disservice. If you need help, no matter in what area it is in, get the help. There's people who really out here don't know a way out of how to get out of their situation. They don't understand that there's resources everywhere. Use the internet, get off social media. Even on social media, people give out resources, but get on Google, get the help you need. Because it was me scrolling on Facebook. I mean, I've heard about hooked on phonics before, obviously, but it was me scrolling where it came back up again, and it had said something about get your child on the right reading level, on the second grade reading level, and my daughter is in second grade now, and I was just thinking about that. And one thing about it, God will always drop it in your path. When it's something for you, just like lately, like he really been dropping videos about how to discipline children with autism, because this baby be pissing me off. And I'm like, what the heck, these meltdowns and stuff, it's too much for me. And I too myself, I have an issue of sensory overload with noise, like this dang on noise that's going on. I'm getting ready to go in the house, actually, because this noise, I don't like noise. I don't like noise. A lot of noise, loud noise, a lot of talking. I don't like that. It's overstimulating me. So let me go in the house. Hold on. So yeah, you guys, don't be reluctant to getting the help that you need. Get the help that you need. If you need a tutor, why would you want to sit and suffer in life and feel incompetent and feel inadequate compared to those around you? That's what be causing jealousy amongst people, because you feel like you are lacking something. But you too can get the help. You just have to figure out how. Just sitting there settling, taking the easy way out, sitting there not wanting to get the help is only hurting you. It's not going to help you. So get the help. If you need resources, if you need something, that get it. It's 2023. Surely if they got cars, they can drive themselves. They got a program that can help you with whatever you lacking. There's something for everybody, you know? So get the help that you need, no matter what the area is in. Don't keep sitting there having pity parties for yourself. Don't keep allowing others to treat you less than because they know that you suffer from certain things. Figure it out. You know how to figure out how to put the lime in the coconut. You know how to put the lime in the coconut. You know how to get your salad tossed. And you know how to toss some salad. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know how to do that, you can figure out everything else. Well, I don't know, because some people haven't even mastered the art of tossing salad. Ain't even mastered the art of how to really even please your partner, but be so eager to get out here and get horny. So y'all know I'ma always bring it back to that. If you can sit out here, that's why I don't be feeling sorry for some people, because it's like, you spend your time making sure you the master in the bed. You know how to please a woman, you know how to please a man, but you don't know how to learn more. You don't know how to figure out how you can get to the next level because you're spending so much time worried about sex. If you can figure out that, you can figure out anything else in life. Trust you me. But I'm gonna leave this video here, because it wasn't meant to be super long. But invest in yourself, and a part of investing in yourself is investing in here first. Investing in your mind, your brain, your learning, investing in you. That's the key part of investing in you, because you purge for a lack of knowledge. So if you invest in your brain, you invest in education, no matter what area it is, to be knowledgeable in things. When you know better, you do better. So you have to first feed your mind. Everything else follows after that. Feed your brain, because your brain tells everything else on your body what to do. When you feed your brain with real tools, You can't easily be finessed out here by men, by women, by whoever, by your boss. You're not easily manipulated when you do it yourself. Do the dirty work. Stop sitting around watching TV all the time. TV ain't doing nothing but dumbing you down more. Yeah, you can actually get some good lessons from some of these movies and shows, because as I'm older now, and I watch, I don't watch TV no more, but when I would watch Lifetime and stuff, I'm like, it's like a total different message that I get from things now that I'm older. Just like with me watching a Barbie movie. Now that I'm in the space I am now, I see movies differently. I can get a lesson in, it's a lesson in it, you know? But until you get your brain to that point, for you, it's just entertainment. But for me, I'm using it as a tool that I can use to relate to an actual lesson to help people thrive in life, you know? So don't just watch everything. Everything about entertainment. Entertainment is most people only look for entertainment as escape. It's ways to escape things, whether it's to escape boredom, escape loneliness, escape misery. It's escape. That's why the entertainment business is so big. But a lot of the people, the very people that's in the entertainment business, they're suffering spiritually, mentally. Look around you. Look at these Disney stars they got going on. Look at your entertainment people in love and hip hop. Look at the demons that they really battling out here, because they're truly suffering in the inside. And other people laughing at them, using their pain as laughter to escape some of the things that they got going on. The whole time they can relate to these outbursts that these people be having on here. They can relate to the same things. Yeah, it takes the focus off of them for right now and put it on them. You know, so y'all don't let me get to going into a real sermon here. So I'm gonna leave this here so I can go make my baby some breakfast. That's another thing too. What we're feeding our bodies and feeding our children, the sugar is really, really messing with our brains, messing with our children. They're overloaded in junk. All this chemical and mess that's in this mess. We be feeding it to them by the boatload, though. We be feeding it to them. They don't have their mind. Their brain is fogged because of all this toxins. Not only this toxins, the stuff they spraying out in the air. This is why it's important for us to detox. Our children need to be detoxing. If you ain't pooping every day, you need to figure out why, because you need to be pooping. That's one of the ways to get the waste out your body. So I'll be going on and on, but it's not easy. None of it's easy, but nothing worth having comes easy. And when you get tired of being tricked by the government, when you tired of being tricked by society, tricked out your shoes, when you get tired of being tired, you'll make a change. You'll make a change. It ain't easy. It's not to say that stuff just gonna happen overnight, but slow and steady wins the race. And if you apply every day, work that you do every day, it eventually sticks with you, and it becomes a lifestyle. It's not just a little habit, not just a little diet. It's not just a little phase. It becomes lifestyle for you. You know? So I'm gonna leave that here, you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Deuces.